Oh,
Hey,
we
there
got
we go.
yeses. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Hello.
Yay. We
We've
see you
had
now.
by the
Woo!
by the way, we had the best conversation
Oh my God.
Oh,
by
it was
ourselves.
amazing.
You guys missed it.
Totally missed it.
We had the most
Oh,
okay,
roasting in the chat
okay,
already.
okay.
Ouch. Okay, starting off hot.
Well, let's start over from the top. And I'm sorry, we can't replicate the same amazing conversation that we had
All right.
previously, but I had a few sips of
Hi.
coffee. So, hi, everyone. Welcome. Michael, hello. Stephen, Eric, Nathan, Pam, John, Sylvester, Jeff, Abhishek, Rob, Brett, Keith, Stephen, Greg, hello. Welcome. Thank you for dealing with the technical difficulties. And I'm glad that we got that taken care of. So I appreciate everyone for sticking with us and coming to the new one that I created just now. So appreciate it. Well, hey, again, the IT Hour is a fantastic show that we like to host every week. It's to go over some IT trends. We have a really nice IT hot seat section towards the end where we talk about some IT news and headlines. And then when you all get a chance to make your funniest comment on those IT topics. And then we actually have some JumpCloud branded swag and some gifts that we put out. I haven't had a chance to talk with Blair to know exactly what that is today. So mystery prize afoot. But I do have a small ask for everyone. Recently, we've had a couple of requests and feedback. So I want to post the feedback form in the chat. If you wouldn't mind taking some time and rating how the show is, how you like the show, and then some feedback on how to make it better, then please feel free to do that because we definitely want to continue to keep growing the show and making it grow and making it more fun and engaging. So that's that.
Make sure you give Alexa and me really, really high ratings, and Ben, whatever you want. Man.
Yeah, they need to offset the score. So yeah. Well, how's everyone doing? Any plans for the weekend?
Not really for me. I'll be kind of locked down. My sister, who's also my roommate, has COVID, unfortunately. So we're just kind of hunkered down here.
Ouch.
Okay, well, stay safe. Stay safe.
Yeah, thank you. Trying.
Me, trying to avoid the thunderstorms. It's looking okay right now, but we keep having a lot of rain here in North Carolina. Also trying to avoid all the pollen. It's pretty bad right now. But there's a new playground opening that my son's excited about. So, mom life, be jealous.
You see our chat, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, the chat is so funny. I said a prize is afoot, and everyone's like, the prize is afoot. Whose foot? And then do I have to send you my shoe size? Like this is getting ridiculous. All right. Okay. Hello, North Carolina.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. So the IT Hour is a very engaging conversation. So if you want to come on stage and get on screen, please feel free to do so. Just let us know. Just know that if you do that, your voice, your face, your likeness will be recorded. So if you do not consent to that, then please disconnect from the session or do not come on stage. So let's just go ahead and kick off real quick. Becky with our community update.
All right. So first off, introduction. Hi, all. I'm Becky Scott, Senior Manager of Community and Meetups, Social, all those fun things here at JumpCloud. First thing is we do have another kind of blast going out on the community next Tuesday. So hopefully there'll be another kind of new influx of new faces in the community for you all to interact with. Not that we don't love everyone that's there, just hoping to bring in some new people for you to interact with. We are adding a community spotlight this week to the IT Hour just to kind of highlight some fun things that are going on in the community. We have a really cool script posted by Ryan Bailey that helps sort Mac-based systems by chipset into device groups. Ben's going to post the link into the chat. Ryan says this is important for software developments that have separate M1 Intel images and for custom MDM configuration policies that have different requirements based on chipset. And I did see some really positive responses to Ryan's script. So thank you, Ryan, for posting that. And then there was another really cool script by a member of the community, Full Gubby. And I hope that's how you wanted your name pronounced, your username. This script fetches JC bound user from managed users JSON and serial on Macs and renames computer name to bound user serial and host names to serial, then updates device names in JumpCloud to username serial. We love seeing these scripts getting posted in the community. This is a really great way to share best practices and what you're doing to extend the product, as well as just seeing what you're doing in your businesses in general to really up level your game. We've seen some other cool best practices and things that y'all are doing just in your business in general. So please keep doing those. Those are really great to see. We love the conversations that are starting to happen. And even some of the fun kind of off topic things like the growing and budding Subaru community that we have that we didn't know about. So it's a lot of fun. Keep going.
I think we have a new insider term in the community. It's called sourdough.
For the off-topic conversation.
So anything that is an off-topic sidebar conversation is now just called sourdough. So
and we have Chadrick to thank for that.
Thanks, Chadrick, for bringing up the sourdough.
Yeah. And then our own David Worthington posted a quick recap of the Q2 roadmap webinar on the community. So in case you missed the session, you can go and read the update on the forum. So thank you, David, for that as well. Lots of great stuff going on, lots of activity. So please come join us. And thank you all, those of you who have posted suggestions in the community as well, or have emailed us and made suggestions or pinged us in Slack. We appreciate those as well. I am looking at some potential updates to the community, especially the homepage feed and how that runs based on some feedback we've gotten. So appreciate that. Keep them coming. Lots of ways to connect with us. Any of them work. I will drop the community@jumpcloud.com email in the chat as well. And that is all for me for now until the hot seat speed round.
All right. Thanks, Becky, so much for the community update and the community spotlight. I'm having a lot of fun in the community, meeting everyone and talking with everyone. We've had a couple of, the WAN show had broadcasted and advertised for us as well. So I think that we're growing a community. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to see everybody there. Part of community, but off to the side, but running in parallel. I don't know what the actual term is. I'm not a marketer.
Sourdough.
Sourdough is
concurrently and complementary.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Those are big words, but yeah, we'll roll with those. So we have our Meetup groups or Meetup Network, which Alexa is heading up. So Alexa, I know you have some really fun announcements for that.
Yeah, so as always, I take this opportunity to shamelessly plug our Meetup Network. I will drop the link to the network in the chat, but make sure you join it. That's where we post all of our updates. You can see all of our upcoming events. We have all our different groups part of that network. So join a group near you. We have 14 cities right now, which is awesome. And we're looking to continue to grow. So if you don't see your city, please let us know. You can email the email that Becky dropped in the chat there, community@jumpcloud.com. Again, like I said, we're always looking to expand and we want to be everywhere. So let us know if you're interested in starting a group up. But yeah, we've got a really busy month ahead. I want to plug some of the events we have coming up next week. Some of them are virtual, but we're excited to have our first in-person event in Chicago. That is going to be on Tuesday, April 12th at 5:30. So it's an evening meetup. We're going to be downtown at the 1871. It's a co-working space, and we're super excited. So Pam, I think, who's in the IT hour right now, she'll be there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you join us if you're in Chicago. But we also have a bunch of virtual meetups. So we have the Houston virtual meetup. That is Monday, April 11th at 1 p.m. Central Time. Also on Monday, we have the San Diego virtual meetup at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. On Tuesday, we have the Atlanta virtual meetup at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Wednesday, we have the Raleigh virtual meetup at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And yes, Becky is very excited about that because she lives in Raleigh. So they're all going to be a lot of fun. And really, even though the virtual meetups are specific to a city, they're not limited to where you are physically located. So if you're interested in just seeing what we're about, or just talking tech with some of us, you can register for any of those virtual meetups to get involved. So like I said, those all can be found in our Meetup Network that I posted there. So check it out, register for a meetup, and yeah, we hope to see you out there. And then my last update is, in addition to what we're doing right now with hosting our own meetups, we are going to start exploring some sponsorships of some existing meetups. So if you're involved in any kind of tech communities in your area, or you know of any good existing tech meetups, let us know, because we're looking to get involved in some other groups. So yeah, that's it for me. We're just chugging along. It's been a lot of fun getting to know some people and kind of bringing that virtual collaboration to life. So yeah.
Will we sponsor the sourdough enthusiast meetup group?
Absolutely. Of course.
All right. Well,
sourdough and IT. If it's sourdough and IT, then perhaps.
Or maybe we just have sourdough bread at the meetup. That's our food.
We're okay. I think we're killing the sourdough thing.
There.
Thanks, Alexa. I appreciate it. Cool. So next up is going to be just some JumpCloud product update as far as minor releases that have happened. Again, when I say minor releases, I just mean that these are ones that don't have like a whole like go to market and press release and all this fun stuff, but these are just cool things that I think happen, and we get a lot a week, and these can easily just slide under the radar. So I kind of watch that and I'll communicate that. So the first thing up is the ability for JumpCloud to consume user identities from apps with a token-based REST API. So what that means is, for the use case really is targeting HRIS platforms that have a token-based REST API. But this now allows you to import user identities from even more sources like HRIS using a generic REST API integration connector. The connector allows them to integrate with applications that have a REST API and support token-based API key or bearer token authentication, including solutions like Sapling HR and Breathe HR, et cetera, et cetera. So to find that, if you go to the SSO option in the JumpCloud admin panel and find, like, for instance, Sapling HR, and you click on that application like you would configure an SSO connection, you'd be able to see another option that says API, and you can integrate that application through the API. Super, super cool. This is going to help improve lifecycle and access management, flexibility to specify the user state for those imported users, automatically create imported users as staged to easily identify these new users and assign resources without granting access. Simplify group assignment and access management through group suggestions with more complete user profiles. This is awesome. So go check that out. And I'm looking forward to it. And I believe it's also embedded in our custom SAML app connector as well. So that might actually open up a lot of possibilities as far as ingesting content from an API. So keep that in mind. This one actually has been a super big ask recently and as of late, but it's the user MFA enrollment status. So basically, this will just allow admins to configure columns on the user detail page to help view the MFA status. So a lot of questions about, hey, how can I tell if someone is enrolled in JumpCloud Protect? Or because used to be before, it just said TOTP or MFA enabled, but you couldn't tell if they had two-factor or they're using Protect or whatever the case is. But now you can break it down by authentication. So whether that be, TOTP or Protect or Duo or WebAuthn, those are all going to be as columns in the user details. Yeah, she's just walking back and forth, having a good time. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And also just more of a quality of life for the trial and badging experience within JumpCloud. So if you didn't know, we offer a free account for up to 10 users. It gives you the full scope of things. Yes, Becky? Can you hear me? Okay. It gives you the full scope of things. So the new trial and badging experience notifies our customers when they try features outside of their current plan. This also explains JumpCloud's fair use policy and recommends the correct package and or add-on based on their usage. So I have a free account that I use to manage my household and everything that I do. I have SSO integrations into Bitwarden and into all these different things. So I'm in that, but if I ever wanted to like pay for it, I would know what I'd have to pay for. So really cool.
I just remembered something, Ben. When you were talking about that, it reminded me, for the community, speaking of things like that, we are mentioning betas now in the community, and we have a sign up program on the community. We have 3 new betas running. So you can sign up for 3 different betas on the community if you would like to. I know a bunch of you already have. But when Ben was talking about the trials, I was like, oh, trials, betas. So that look on my face was, oh yeah, I should mention that. The light bulb went off. That was the light bulb look.
You definitely faked me. I was baited on that one. Okay,
Sorry.
thanks. It's whatever. It's fine. It's cool.
I should have been off camera because that was my ooh. Oh,
yeah. All right. Well, I was baited. All right. So moving on to the most fun of the entire thing, all together now. Everyone, yay! This is going to be the IT hot seat. So this is your first time round. This is the rapid fire round. This is the hot seat. Basically what I do, and I have Alexa here who's going to help me because I really suck at doing this myself. So Alexa is going to be in the background. She's going to be collecting the comments and the people, and we're going to be updating the polls, and we're going to have a moment of polling at the end. But basically, as I go through these top trending news articles and topics, we're looking at you, chat. We're looking at you, chat, to have the best comment on that particular news feed. So I try to pick things throughout the week that I find informative and interesting, but also, what's the word? Commentable. So, something that's going to, help with comments. And yeah, so let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing up, well, we all know that Apple announces the dates for their WWDC conference for 2022. That's going to be Tuesday, June 6th through the 10th. And it will only be an online only affair once again. So feel free to sign up and to attend the WWDC. WWDC, if you didn't know, aims to showcase the latest innovations in iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, and tvOS, while giving developers access to Apple engineers and technologies to learn how to create groundbreaking apps and interactive experiences.
This is probably the only way I will ever get to attend a WWDC is online.
Unless they figure out a way to charge for it. Right, you have to go to the Apple store and pay for a WWDC ticket through the Apple Wallet.
And you must use your Apple credit card to do it.
Yep, 100%. That's any comments? I'm sorry, Ben. I don't know how to take comments.
WWDC, what would a developer construct?
What would a developer construct? That's good. They are interesting. Yep, they are. Mm-hmm. Dev stuff.
I learned a few years ago that iOS is not actually Apple's. Did you know that? They license it.
Huh.
It's owned by Cisco.
Then the more you know. Don't give Apple ideas. I'll try not to. You know what? They don't need any ideas. Speaking of really, what ideas? So go ahead, Becky.
Oh, I was Apple ideas and stuff. I was reading something last night. I know we're gonna have to work. I was reading something last night about another thing about Apple. Have you seen the thing about their little tags and the complaints that are going on with that?
No.
People are using them to stalk people.
I think I did see that article actually, and
the air tags.
That was a little too dark for me, but yeah, it was definitely still important.
Yeah, I mean, just because
they're oranges, not apples. Yes, we get it, Rob. We get it. But that's actually pretty funny because Becky said iOS is not apples, and then Rob says they're oranges. Duh. The object or iOS the term, Cisco's device operating system.
Yeah, iOS the term.
So speaking of fantastic ideas, this was not an April Fool's joke, apparently, but Dyson, you know, the people who make the vacuum cleaner and I believe also fans. I don't know what else they make. They announced an apocalyptic filter headphone combo. They confirmed last week that it is working on the Dyson Zone, which is one of the most intense consumer-facing masks we've ever seen. What's more, the company elected to combine this face-mounted air purifier with its first noise-canceling headphones, which also contribute to the filtering process. So this thing, I can't put it on screen.
I wish you could see the picture.
It's like, picture my headphones like this, but then this thing that just kind of goes around like this for my face. It reminds me of like Scorpio.
Face mask.
It's just like it reminds me of Scorpio.
Sucky idea. Oh, Dyson.
That's
nice,
actually a good
Nathan.
one. That's a good one. A sucky idea. All right. This is also not quite necessarily IT trends. I do have some security stuff here in a second, but Google Docs now offers emoji reactions. Yeah. I love emojis, so you can now include not just text in your comments, but emoji reactions. So you can, I don't know, use the reaction feature, provide a less formal alternative to comments to express your opinions about document content. So just kind of cool. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was fun that they did that, but also I'm just like, okay.
Okay. Now I use them in Slack all the time. We use them here in the chat all the time, but I don't know. In Google Docs, it seems not very professional. I mean, there's a line somewhere that I don't know. I mean, I abuse emojis like all the time. I have no problem using them almost everywhere, but a Google Doc comment seems maybe a little too far.
Yeah, that was interesting. 1 second.
Daddy is needed for a second, so we'll just, continue on. I'm not seeing any funny comments about the, Google Doc emojis. So maybe we'll just.
All right.
Okay, I was getting ready to move on to the next one. For it.
So she had to talk to me about something. It was interesting. Okay, now more IT based stuff. So Microsoft brings cloud PCs and local desktops together in Windows 365, according to the Register. Microsoft has revealed plans to make cloudy Windows 11 PCs easily available easily available and integrated with its flagship OS on physical PCs, and hinted at much more integration between Redmond's desktop operating system and its cloud. One is called Windows 365 Boot, and allows a user to boot directly into a cloud PC from a physical PC and then choose the cloudy desktop as their primary Windows experience.
Why?
Okay, I mean that's cool, right? Like you can log into in the cloud version of their desktop. Which I think is, I mean, it's kind of like any type of ADI type situation.
I mean, yeah, especially when you're traveling, I suppose that could be, nice because then you can get to all your stuff.
I wonder if it's kind of like what they're trying to do is like, hey, we know people are coming off of, people are coming off of AD, and it's really hard to have, mobile or roaming profiles. And so maybe we should just create this availability for you to log in and log into a remote desktop. I guess. I don't know. Or what Debbie said, probably something to compete with Chromebook. So, yeah. I guess it's not a bad idea, but I feel like you can achieve that with other ways without having to need to be signed into a Microsoft account.
Microsoft's trying to force you to sign into an account for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder what the ultimate goal is, unless it's just advertising.
And Nathan just hit it. No doubt you'll need a Microsoft account to use it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able just to use the desktop without an account. So
I have this weird problem with my Microsoft account that's been going on for a few years, where all of my emails, even though I have my language preference set, all of my emails are in French. No matter what I do, I can't. All of my notifications for Xbox and everything, they're in another language. I can't fix it no matter what I do.
As inside of it, a subscription PC isn't shocking. Yes, a subscription-based PC, and they had the ad version. Yeah.
Oh, you think that's where they're? Oh.
So, speaking of Microsoft, they also launch Azure. Speaking of VMs and Microsoft launches Azure VMs powered by new Ampere Ultra ARM-based chips, according to Network World. Microsoft has announced the public preview of its new Azure virtual machines powered by the ARM-based Ampere Ultra with the A server processors. The VM series includes the general purpose DPS version 5 and memory optimized EPS version 5 virtual machines, which Microsoft claims can deliver up to 50% better price performance than comparable IBM 86 based VMs. Oh, that's a lot of V's. But in case you want to be able to launch some VMs using their new Ampere Ultra ARM-based chips, then go for it. Windows just to not have a Microsoft. See how many people break Windows just to not have a Microsoft account. Well, you know why they don't have Apple in space, because there's no Windows. Is that how that joke goes? I don't know. Did I just slaughter that joke? I think I did. Anyway.
Well, I mean, Stephen made an interesting point about them taking a key off of Apple, because you have to have an Apple ID to do everything. Now, so that's interesting. Why are we're okay with having an Apple ID for all things Apple, but why is there this resistance to a Microsoft account?
Can you, because of that last time I remember setting up a new Mac, you can actually skip that process of signing in with an iCloud account, right? And set up with just a local account. But I think the thing is that if you block that entirely, so you don't even have that option, I think that's where people start to get a little bit of a, like, what?
Like forcing you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I don't know. Are we okay with it, Michael?
But you can skip the ID for at least using the OES. That's what Rob says. So, and Steven, correct. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's where the biggest thing is like, hey, you can skip it at least on Apple, right? You can, granted, they hide it. They have this big old thing in front of you, logging in with iCloud, and then a small little text that says, skip it, but whatever. That's besides the point. I think that if you completely block that and force people to have to sign into an account, I think that's where it starts to get a little problematic, especially in my eyes, because that kind of defeats the whole purpose of having, I own this product and I should be able to use it how I want. And now you're forcing me to have an account to be able to even use the operating system. That's where I start to have a problem with it personally, but that's just my opinion.
Well, and I don't know if people also realize that you don't have to have a Microsoft email. Like, you can use another email, like Gmail even, to set up a Microsoft account. And
correct.
You don't necessarily have to have theirs, but even that isn't obvious either.
No, it's not. Yeah, all those skipping things are super, super hard to find, and you have to look at the screen and watch for it and look for it. So really just a little link buried under the other text. Yep. All right, moving on. So Amazon EC2 now provides a new and improved launch experience on the EC2 console. Yeah, actually, I had a chance to look at that. I logged into my AWS console and I saw the new admin panel, and it's actually pretty good. But the Amazon EC2 console introduces the new and improved launch experience, a quicker and easier way to launch an instance. The new design provides a single pane layout, allowing you to view all of your settings in one location. You no longer need to navigate back and forth between steps to ensure your configuration is correct. The new design also introduces a summary panel that provides an overview and helps navigate the page.
Nice.
I would say that was like super needed, because it's been, I think, the same panel for like ever. So, yeah, we like to have the new EC2 instance. So Anthony, no, we didn't talk about patch management. We don't have that on the list today. So
I think he's referring to it being in the title of the IT hour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll have
Let's
to
see.
change. I'll have to fix that. My bad. And then also Google Data Cloud Summit is Wednesday, April 6th at 9 a.m.
That was.
Wait. Well, I'm sorry. Wait. Did I put April or was it March?
Oh no. Yeah. Well.
Oh, April. That just happened. So Google's
Yeah.
Cloud Data already happened. It was on April 6th. I think they have the video recording of it available. So if you missed it, you could probably go back and actually watch that. So when I posted that, I did it on April 6th. When I saw it, I didn't see the date, so I apologize for that. But I'm pretty sure that if you missed the Google Data Cloud Summit, I believe there's videos that you can go watch if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But the Cloud Summit is an event that allows you to learn Google Cloud technology across AI, machine learning, analytics, and databases, and how they've helped organizations recently. So go check that out. It's actually pretty cool. I watched some of it last time, and it was really nice. So
It also looks like on that same page they have a workspace summit on May 4th. So
yep,
might
cool.
be interesting too.
All right. So this was actually some request from everybody, and I hope that we are getting the comments because I'm just moving along because I actually have a lot of stuff here. So the first malware targeting AWS Lambda serverless platform has been discovered, according to Hacker News. A first of its kind malware targeting Amazon Web Services Lambda serverless computing platform has been discovered, dubbed the Denonia, which is named after the domain it communicates with. It uses a newer address resolution technique for command and control traffic to evade typical detection measures and virtual network access controls. So the artifact analyzed by the cybersecurity company was uploaded to the Virus Total database on February 25th, sporting the name Python and packaged as a 64-bit ELF executable. The name is a misnomer. It's programmed in Go and harbors a customized variant of the XMRig cryptocurrency mining software. So yeah, just so you know, if you go look for that, if you have any AWS Lambda serverless deployments, space needs money to get that ride into space from SpaceX.
And Jeff B needs more yachts.
All right. Okay, so real quick for all of you IT admins out there, just a quick update from Tripwire. I don't know who pays attention to the Tripwire Patch Priority Index. So if you're not familiar, the Tripwire Patch Priority Index usually publishes, I watch it pretty often, but it's usually every month, where it gives you a priority of patches that as IT admins you should be watching. So what made the list for March was some things for the Spring framework, which is a Java framework, as well as Google Chrome and some Microsoft patches, go figure. But basically the biggest one is the Google Chrome patch, which is CVE 2022-0609. I hope you got that down. But that fixes a vulnerability that is around the use after free vulnerability, which is also the same vulnerability that you see in Windows Microsoft Edge, which uses the Chromium version. But that one has 21 vulnerabilities, such as user after free, type confusion, heap buffer overflow, tampering, and elevation of privilege vulnerabilities. So go update your Google Chrome. Yep, CVE-2022-0609. Patches for Microsoft Word and Visio. These patches resolve five vulnerabilities, including tampering, security bypass, and remote code execution vulnerabilities. So make sure you go check out the patches for that. Also, we have the Windows operating system, which had 25 vulnerabilities patched, released in March. Things such as core Windows, kernel, DWN core library, Windows Defender, FAT file system driver, media center, Windows installer, the list goes on. So go check that out. And then last but not least is you should look at server-side patches for Hyper-V and Exchange Server. These patches resolve remote code execution, spoofing, and denial of service vulnerabilities. So to go check those out. So hopefully you're patched up.
Patches. There. We don't need no stinking patches.
What's a patch? Patch is a crutch. Just live dangerously.
Oh no, that's badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Oh,
badges.
Sorry.
All your budgets are ours. I used to. Oh, I have a dog named Patches. So everyone knows of the hacker group that's out there. But CSO Online talked about how these hacker groups are using low-tech tactics to really get this information, right? So one of a very low, this is actually scary. This is scary. A very low-tech tactic. They can actually go onto GitHub and download this script or this application, but it involves EDR. So what EDR is it involves the abuse of emergency data requests. So the criminals are somehow able to compromise and obtain credentials that belong to law enforcement. And once they have access to these credentials, they can send unauthorized requests for subscriber data to phone companies, internet service providers, and social media sites under the guise that the requested information is urgent and related to a matter of life and death and cannot wait for a court order, therefore bypassing the usual legal review process and prompting an immediate issue of the sensitive data.
Yikes.
So they pretend to be law enforcement. They send a EDR to a company and say, hey, we need this like right now. The company responds back with data, and now that information is in the hands of hackers. I'm a very simple person, but that just sounds, what? How is that a thing? But apparently that's a very simple, low-tech way of attacking, and they're being very, very successful with it.
Well, it's good to bring that up as, hey, now that you can be aware of it and do a little more due diligence.
And a lot of times these hacking groups can download these applications off GitHub that actually can somehow shut down your EDR system. I don't know how it all works. I'm not a hacker, but that sounds like, how can you remotely just shut something off like that, especially something that's meant to be secure? That sounds like a very, very big thing. But in other news, CrowdStrike and Mandiant form a strategic partnership to protect organizations against cyber threats. So cybersecurity vendor CrowdStrike and Mandiant have announced a strategic partnership to help joint customers investigate, remediate, and defend against increasingly sophisticated cybersecurity events. In the collaboration, Mandiant will use the CrowdStrike Falcon endpoint protection platform and subscription offerings for its incident response service and proactive consulting engagements, the firm said in a press release. So that's pretty cool. So we got some people joining forces to fight against cybersecurity threats, which is nice. If I recall, I think they were spoofing / swim swapping cop phones. Could be wrong. Government stuff is coded by the lowest paid person intern they could get away with not paying. This is true. Usually lowest paid person. Also, still currently in hacker news, hackers target VMware Horizon servers with Log4Shell to deploy rootkit. An advanced persistent threat tracked as Deep Panda has been observed exploiting the Log4Shell vulnerability in VMware Horizon servers to deploy a backdoor and a novel rootkit on infected machines with the goal of stealing sensitive data. So still dealing with the Log4Shell stuff, something that we still need to make sure that we're monitoring and patching. It seemed like the attack was more opportunistic, because they've seen multiple infections in several countries with various sectors occurred at the same time. So it looks like they just kind of took an opportunity, blasted it out there, and got what they got.
They hit the jackpot. It was opportunistic, but wow.
Yeah. Badgers. We don't need no badgers. I mean, badges or badges? Was it badgers?
It was badges, but he's playing badgers. We don't need no stinking badgers.
Gotcha. So all those vulnerability updates we talked about from Apple, all the different ones we talked about the last 2 weeks on the IT Hour, Apple has yet to fix zero-day exploits for Mac OS Big Sur and Catalina. With the release of macOS Monterey 12.3.1 in March, Apple has fixed 2 zero-day exploits in its operating system. However, the company is yet to patch these exploits in Mac OS Big Sur and Mac OS Catalina, as these versions were likely affected by the same vulnerabilities and are still supported by the company. Just upgraded Monterey and you're good, right? Duh. Catalina. What did I say? Did I say Katarina?
No, you said Catalina, but
Okay.
it made me think. I had a friend. Yeah, Catalina. It sounds close enough to Katarina, and I had a friend that we used to jokingly, instead of saying Catalina, we would say Katarina.
Sierra Madre equals badges. UHF equals badgers. Okay. So what? Yeah. Anyway, that wraps up all of the IT news that I was able to scrounge up this week. And I will post a recap of this somewhere, because that was one of the feedback items, was someone to post a feedback or all the topics that we covered on the IT hour, so everyone can kind of go back and review when they feel up to it. So just a quick recap of some things that are happening. We do have our patch management simplified, how to build efficiency and secure hybrid work, from our amazing team of Tom Bridge and Scott Reed on April 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern. I'll post that link here in the chat as well. And then we also have expanding to APAC. So we have our professional services team that we talked about last time, expanding to APAC. So we have our professional services positions for implementation engineer, as well as technical account manager positions at JumpCloud. So you can find that at jumpcloud.com/careers. Go apply if you are in that area. I think primarily looking at Singapore. And
I believe
so here are some of the hilarities. I'm going to post these in the poll real quick. Create poll, hidden hilarities. So that's that one.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about what you said about posting these later. So we're talking about putting a group or a special section for the IT hour where we can post a link to the video. We'll kind of just embed it in a post, and then possibly put all of these references so that you can see the sources that Ben is getting these from, along with just all these quick references, so that you can have them. And then if anyone wants to continue the conversation afterward, there will be a place to do so. And now the poll is up.
The poll is up. I was so fast with it.
You're a copy and paste fool, man. You're just so quick.
The hero here is Alexa in the background, just filling out all of the comments, which was nice. So go in there and vote. The winner of this poll will receive a JumpCloud branded. I don't see I think, is she off today? I don't know. But I'll make sure. I think it's either going to be another Leatherman or some other really cool prize that we're going to send out this week. So we are up to a foot. That didn't count, Steven.
Steven, did you vote for your own?
Foot or shoe? I'll take either. Well, just one shoe? A foot, a shoe? I was getting a foot bait and switch Crocs. Okay, you know what? I will see if Blair can find some kind of JumpCloud branded foot. I don't know if our vendor has that.
Do they even do rabbit foot things anymore? Aren't those like cruelty to animals now?
Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to give it another moment. We only have 7 votes. 7 votes. We can do better than that. So far, the winner is no. We need all of the badges.
Wow. Come on, y'all. Let's see a vote.
And John says 3D print a foot and slap a sticker on it.
Ooh, I don't have a 3D printer. Or one of those Source Forge things. You could make it out of wood or metal or something.
That'd be kind of neat. The JumpCloud foot. You can buy a foot on Amazon. That just sounds weird. Just buy a foot. Cat. You gotta have a cat sighting.
Cat again.
We get a roll of fruit by the foot with a JumpCloud sticker on it.
Oh, wait, I have a JumpCloud sticker right here.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it. All right. And we're gonna close the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it? Oh, did
so our winner today is Stephen Hodges with the comment regarding community badges. No, we need all of the badges. So we're gonna
he's gonna be so excited. I want to see him jump. I'm waiting. We almost need video. We almost need to pull him on screen so we can see him jumping up and down.
Indeed. Well, hey, everyone who stuck around, I appreciate you. Thank you for sorry for the technical details or technical difficulties in the beginning where we had to switch over and make a new session. But please feel free to fill out that feedback form. Again, that's going to help us just continue to improve and make this show better. As we continue to keep going into the next quarter, I'm going to post the link again for anybody who missed it. The poll was 30 seconds out of sync from the host. Was it really? Well, okay.
Did we not give enough time?
No, I think there's a delay. I think I should remember that before I take an action on the delay. I keep remembering I keep forgetting there's a video delay. And so I have to build that into how I do things. So it's my fault. My fault. Thanks, Keith. So feel free to go take that survey again. And we're going to let you have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by and have a good rest of your next week. So cheers. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, all.
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.